Hey guys, this is Madsen here. I am going to go over how to make the Zapthrottle Mote Extractor. This is used to gather motes of air, water, shadow, and mana in Outland. Engineering may be dog shit for gold making now, but this guide is for those who either want to farm these despite the time it may take for them to sell in retail, or those who will farm these when Classic Burning Crusade comes out. Keep in mind there will be differences between retail and classic TBC, such as the efficiency of farming these materials and how professions work. To start, you get the recipe for this item from a quest. The quest comes from an NPC named MacDiver, as you see. I cannot get this quest because I don't have the required skill level for it. You need 5 Outland Engineering, 305 Engineering in Classic, which won't take long if you farm some fell iron used to craft fell iron bolts and casings. After getting at least 5 Outland Engineering, pick up the quest, then go to the Dead Mire, and pick up these items laying on the ground. Upon turning in the quest, you get the recipe for Zapthrottle Mote Extractor. The materials are as follows: 2 handfuls of fell iron bolts, 2 fell iron casings, 4 primal lives, and 1 delicate Arcanite Converter. I sure hope you crafted the bolts and casings to skill up, in which case you're good there. Since we are in Zangarmarsh, we will be farming some primal life. You will go to Coilfang Reservoir, swim down through the pipe, then once you're in the cave, take a right to enter the Underbog. Make sure this is on heroic, because it will net you more primal life than normal. You want to pull everything before the first boss, which should net you enough motes to combine them into a primal. Depending on your luck, this should only take 4 to 5 runs to get 4 primal life. However, since that will be a lot harder in Classic BC, you can also farm at Quagg Ridge and Zangarmarsh. These bog giants have a moderate chance to drop motes of life, and their respawn timer depends on how quickly you kill them. In Burning Crusade, I think it took about an hour to get 4 primal life. I'll be honest, I never really played BC, so I don't know how the spawn rate worked then. Nevertheless, this is the farming spot if you can't get a group to spam heroic Underbog. Now let's talk about the delicate Arcanite Converter. The recipe is obtained from Zizzer Fizzbolt at Everlook in Winter Spring. You need 285 Engineering in Vanilla to learn it. It looks to have a limited quantity, so I recommend checking him when you can. Crafting this will require 1 Arcanite Bar and 1 Ironweb Spider Silk. Arcanite bars are only crafted through alchemy by transmuting a thorium bar and arcane crystal. The recipe for that is in Tanaris, specifically in Gadgetson by Alchemist Pestlezug. You need 275 vanilla alchemy to learn this. And by the way, I will link to leveling guides for the professions in the description. Just look for any place to farm thorium, and it will not be long before you get them. As for Ironweb Spider Silk, I suggest farming these spiders at the top of Silithus, but before that, you may have to talk to Zidorme at Valor's Rest, or whoever is at the gates of Uncrushed to turn it to the face without that giant-ass sword. Surprisingly, it took me maybe 20 kills just to get 1 fucking silk. It may take you that many kills too, give or take. After you have the silk and Arcanite Bar, you can craft the delicate Arcanite Converter. If you got all these materials, you now have your Mote Extractor. Whether this is worth it or not, I can assure you some classic BC players will use this video as some helpful advice. So anyway, like this video if you liked it, and leave a comment.